Hello again. Welcome back. The Korrig and the Briganock have now been talking in sort of hushed and squeaky and noise, sometimes being a bit agitated, sometimes sort of cool, but conversations are going fairly well. Somewhere in this, what, maybe sort of 30-40 minutes of conversation, Plum, you wake up, finding yourself, the last thing that you remember is just sort of dozing off on Ysdred's shoulders, as now you are awakening to a light sort of wet breeze passing by.
He's gonna open half of an eye, shiver a bit, go a bit closer to the hair of Ysdred. And pull the hair of Ysdred a bit and look to her with sleepy eyes.
It's sure somebody's pulling on your hair.
I'll continue to look around and...
Have we lost Ysdred?
No. Okay. It was. Sorry.
Yes, I was
towards me.
I was gently pulling your hair.
Like. Oh. Oh, you awake?
Wave very sleepily.
Oh. Okay. Take your time to wake up. I'll
What
put you down. You were put to sleep because of very wary tiny gnomes. Brigands.
Huh. Look down, gives a huh, and then go back on the ground.
Yeah, and you can see, I mean, for Plum, you haven't seen the Briganox yet, right? And, you know, just a reminder of what they look like. They're roughly about 2 apples high, sort of mousy, almost. Mousy to the point where, a bit like moles, I guess. And there seems to be, at least as you're looking back to the edge of the cave, they seem to be maybe 2-3 dozens of them perched or sort of looking out from different holes in the rock on the side of the cave. 3 of them are discussing with the slate decorated queen that you had met at the chessboard.
I'll give a wave to the others and be silent because I think it looks very serious. So he'll keep silent, but he'll stay next to Ysdred.
Also, in the shadows, you see for the first time is a slender, dark-haired human, fidgety, sort of, the hand a bit fidgety, sort of playing with a small knife, sort of passing through fingers, and as they notice you waking up, just as a smile and a sort of nod, which almost reads as an acknowledgement that you were okay, but also sorry.
Gives
what you
a
gonna do?
Gives a shrug and focus on his group.
Oh, the diplomacy have started.
Okay, well,
Oh.
it's better than fighting.
Says the
That's
Barbarian.
Hey, fighting now is good because more energy to punch back. Always good solution. We are just preserving our energy.
And you feel particularly well rested.
Oh yeah, Plum is in extremely good mood, but he's like moving a bit like I had a weird dream. I had the impression I was fighting against my sisters at the same time, but a bit weird. And he's like mumbling himself against himself, and like never mind. But
we heard that.
looks with an eyebrow up. What do you mean you heard that?
Well, that's
you
what
talk in
you
your
said.
sleep sometimes.
Looks back to the conversation and pretends that he never heard that, and is like, yes, of course. I need to be careful what I say during my sleep then.
So, that aside, they're still talking, I guess.
Indeed.
They have a lot of common, you know.
Indeed, they have. I hope it's gonna be solved quickly.
There's a moment where, is there anything that you do while these talks are going on?
I think Anna would be looking around just at the general, keeping an eye out for anything that moves, but also admiring the mines from the outside because that looks like an amazing building or natural outcropping.
I described it earlier as a termite mound, and this is very much, that kind of very organic. And you can see now as you're looking closer to it, as shapes of, it's almost like not windows per se, but here and there you'll see. Because these Briganox they all have this sort of glowing wisp of light going around them, which means that they are very easily trackable in the darkness that is Yon. Which means that when you see a small sort of plug of rock sort of open up on the side, you'll see a Briganox sort of illuminated by, that little wisp of light around them, sort of peer out, and then as they disappear, it's because they've plugged the hole back up again. And so it gives to this sort of, almost to this entire mountainside, this curious little aspect of blinking lights, blinking windows appearing and disappearing. As their curiosity just pushes them to look out, see how things are going, and then seep back into the rock. And here and there, you'll hear the ticking, the clinking of a pickaxe on stone, but it's gentle. It no longer has that purposeful annoyance that it had previously. Digger's gotta dig.
Yep.
If a small one is looking, I'll wave. Small people meeting small people. I'm like, oh, wait, and I'll focus back on listening to the conversation.
You're not exactly sure to understand the whole entire conversation, but you can understand that certainly at some point you come up as the subject of conversation. as there are hands pointed in your direction. There seems to be some mention of the puppet show, of different things. You're not exactly sure what they're talking about, but the whole entire conversation lasts for about a little under an hour, until oh, what's her name again? I keep forgetting her name.
Moliver?
Garthas. So the Slate Queen sort of comes to you and has the other, so the Briganock next to her, whose name is Trig. There we go.
Trig.
Trig, he say that they not work for bitter end, and we say we not work for bitter end. Much discovery done here. This very, very good. Celebration is called.
We also don't work for bitter ends. Can we celebrate with you? We might need some friends because we might get in trouble with her.
Trig say they can help bring you through the mountain to Bitter End's palace. They know secret ways.
That would be very helpful.
A secret tunnel, maybe?
No, we also have received an official invite already.
So then Trig then said, in a sort of that squeaky voice that I cannot replicate to save my life. So you have options. But for now, thanks and celebration. Ajak will bring you gifts, and the Queen will show you dance. Agalartha said, "You can."
I'm always eager to learn a new dance.
Okay.
Me too.
Damn it.
Here you see Agalartha sort of taps her foot onto the rock, and it resonates, right? The same way that the clinking of the created that soporific effect on you. Here it's something a bit more energetic, and you can see that other Korrig around start to answer in call, and there is a call and a response. Agalartha is sort of tapping their foot, and then the others sort of tapping in return, and then what you start to see is the Korrig start dancing. It starts almost like a line procession, then turning into a circle, and then sort of moving about. I actually have a handout for that.
Hooray!
And there is actually I don't know if you'll catch this. I really don't know if you'll catch this, but there is a hidden reference in the dance.
Doesn't it look like the YMCA?
No, but you started with the right pronunciation. As in, I do believe this is a 1-to-1 reproduction of Where the Wild Things Are, the Dance of the Wild Things, which is one of the oldest, my oldest childhood memories, childhood books.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Where the Wild Things Are. Very good children's book, illustrated book. I believe they made it into a movie, but I don't know how that went.
I've seen it. It's meh.
Meh?
Not terrible, but it's definitely not good.
It's not the book, yeah. Anyways, at some point, should you wish to join, you are invited.
Oh hell yeah! Plum is joining, dancing.
Yeah?
And I and
Amazing.
Plum are joining. Mina and Plum are joining, certainly.
Okay. Where is that? Right. Well, should you want to join the dance, you may make me a
Performance check.
either athletics or performance check.
Oh, it's gonna be performance. Oh,
Athletics, baby. Yo, Lemina.
So we have
You
an
rolled
18
rolling
for
high.
Plum, 17 for Tavaren, 25 for Wilhelmina. Does Ysdred join?
No, I'll wait.
You'll wait? Okay. So for the three of you, for the participants, and that is a that is a success.
I'll probably tap and upload that, but not dance.
Okay. The dance turns into a form of jig, and as you start performing it, you notice that that the hair that they have around their body seems to respond to the movements of this new dance. And as you're performing it, you realize that you start to be able to sort of influence on the Korg hair that is around you. So you may add in your notes that you know a special song, a special dance, that will allow you to manipulate Korg hair in your vicinity from now on.
Okay.
That's cool.
Let me just... there is something about that. I'll just have to pick up... here we go. Korg. Korred, sorry. Right. I'll put this in your player notes so that you may basically know what you can do with this.
Cora's hair dance.
Yes, the Korred hair dance. So, if you have at least a 50-foot long rope woven of the hair, you can use it to entangle creatures. You can grab. Basically, right, and basically you can command Korred hair to serve as a rope of entanglement, basically.
Ooh,
Nice.
interesting.
Oh, I love this. One of their spells is Otto's Irresistible Dance, which they can do once a day.
Oh wow.
So,
Nice.
maybe I should have Ysdred dance. Into oh god, Jesus. I would not want to go to war with these guys. Anyways, I think Ysdred, as you're clapping along, the dancing is sort of brought into this new sort of ritual kind of thing where you can see the hair sort of being moved around. When you are sort of tapped onto the probably at your hip if you're sitting down. And as you turn to look, you can see a few Briganoks, 4 to be exact, and they seem to be pushing in these sort of wide, well, not wide, well, wide for them, wheelbarrows, roughly hewn glowing rocks.
Okay.
And as the first one sort of stops at up to you, he sort of lifts it up and sort of basically offers it to you.
She'll do a little bow and accept.
You make wish. This wish stone for you.
Oh,
Your wish.
my wish. Thank you. She grabs it and looks at it.
As soon as you get into, there is the same way that when you held that that orb, that snow globe, where you had that sensation of self coming from it, as a this is mine, this is part of me. You have that same sensation as you're holding this stone. The stone it's a crystal that is, it's not cut in any way. It is literally. Have you ever seen what a natural diamond looks like? Right. It's
Natural.
It's an uncut. This is very much. It has that sort of fuzzy, opaque look to it because it hasn't been cut or polished. But as you hold it, you do have. It comes back to you. That sensation. This is the wish that you blew onto the dandelion. And what comes back to you is that sense of hope, that sense of longing and wishfulness that you had in that very moment is here now in your hand. Would you want to tell us what Ysdred had wished for?
She had wished for the siren and her groom to be happy together.
A wish that came true. So I think that moment of making the wish is enhanced by the fact that you know how that wish turned out, and the association of that memory of them being back together, sort of emphasizing the wish. As you're focusing maybe on that feeling, you start to notice the stone glow with its own inner light.
Okay.
And you can see 3 little wheelbarrows being brought to your 3 companions, who I'm guessing are, well, how are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling? Right? Are you energized? Are you exhausted? Are you sweaty? Tell me.
I think Tavaren is getting, like, it's definitely starting to feel it, but it's sort of like having a very happy afterglow.
Okay.
Plum is in a good mood. He had an amazing nap. He danced a bit. He's in a good mood.
Mina is glowing. That's the only way to describe it. She probably feels more alive than she's felt since she found her name again.
Mm-hmm.
She's been able to just relax for a couple of minutes, enjoy, and just follow the rhythm. So yeah.
I'll ask you, Wilhelmina, is there any difference in the way Mina dances as opposed to Anna? Because we've seen her dance with her brother, and our previous adventures, but we've never seen Mina dance.
It's the difference between classical ballet and contemporary dance. There's it's a freer movement. The structure is still the same. The movement is just freer, less finished and polished, and just letting go.
So, interesting. So Mina is the one letting go rather than Anna, who was more structured?
Anna was always polished, always the daughter of the family, whereas Mina, in this instance, allows herself to be entirely free.
It does help that you are dancing with wild ones.
Yeah.
Now, Tavaren, I have to ask this question. We know that the first time that Tavaren saw Anna was her dancing.
Alright, yes.
Is there anything new in Tavaren's gaze?
Yes. I think there's still like a look of admiration, but there's also some caution now.
Okay. A bit less. Are you so you're not
When Tavaren saw Anna dancing, they just went full on completely in.
Mhm.
Now it's like, this looks nice, but let's be careful about that.
Question to the both of you: is there an exchange glance? Is there I saw you across the ballroom moment?
Oh, Tavaren is definitely looking, so.
Yes, we know he has advantage on all perception checks with regards to Mina.
And Mina probably, at least suggests, is not going to forcibly pull him into, but there is at some point an outstretched hand if he wants to take it and dance with
They'll
her.
take it.
Okay. How does that dance go? Do you wish to re-roll a performance check for either one of you? I will give you advantage, both of you, in the idea that the closest that we can get the numbers together is the best pairing.
Okay.
Unless you have an idea as to how you want to do this.
No, I like that.
I also like that. Let's
Okay.
do it.
Okay, so performance check for the both of you with advantage, and we'll try and see which, and we'll take the numbers that are the closest. So that's an 11 and a 15. Ysdred, do you want to send in a blessing here, or? We've lost her?
She said be right back.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, I can't see necessarily the Discord. Okay. Right. I think so. I think the way the rolls are going, right? I think Mina, you need to slow down for Tavaren.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Mina is definitely the better dancer. Tavaren is, large and not very graceful.
and to me, the reason why she dances way more freely than Anna did is also it's a way for her to actually celebrate her freedom and the fact that she's whole again. So yeah, she definitely puts more energy, but also just everything into the dance. So it makes sense that she's not entirely focused on Tavaren. She invited him to dance, but it's less of a romantic gesture than a gesture of connection.
Okay. Do we see any face shenanigans from Mina? The same way that Anna had sort of upped her dancing moves back on her debut.
Like teleporting all over the place.
Yeah. She's probably having fun with small sparks of magic with prestidigitation coming out of her hands on occasion and appearing around her.
Okay. So no face stepping.
No face stepping. I don't think so.
Okay. The dancing sort of winds down, right? And there's a moment where the again, like any drum circle, the stomping dies down, the clinking of the pickaxe that had joined in sort of died down as well, and everybody sort of it's that endorphin exhaustion, right? Everybody is glowing, some of them truly glowing. When Mina, Plum, and Tavaren, you are presented with these individual little wheelbarrows holding a stone. The stones are of different hues, right? As in, they're not just, they're crystalline in their nature. They could be cut into gems, but I would ask you, what color, if you were thinking along the lines of citrine, diamond, ruby, emerald, what kind of hue would your wish stones have? Knowing which, knowing the wish that you put into it.
Emeralds.
Emerald? Okay.
Warm gold.
Okay, so more of an amber, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, considering I've read your wish, so I know exactly how that one is.
Yeah.
But do you want to share that wish with us? Now, this is to be shared between players, right? This is not shared necessarily among characters. That will be another conversation, if it ever happens. Ysdred, actually, I would ask you as well, if you were to choose the color of your stone, what would it be?
I think it would be of a pinkish quartz color.
Okay, sort of like a pink diamond.
Yep.
Okay. Tavaren, emerald. Do you wish to share your wish with us, or keep it to yourself for now?
I will let people. I will grant one guess.
Fair enough. Plum, how about you? What is this sentiment that comes over you when you hold this stone in your hand?
You see Plum holding it very closely to his heart, and he's thinking about his wish that he would like to see all his family again, even if it's for one evening, to just share a meal, to do carnies being a carny and do a little show together just to honor their father because you're missing him very badly.
Mina?
I really don't remember what wish and if Mina made a wish at all. So
Mina definitely didn't.
I'm not sure she did.
Did you not?
I don't have it in my notes.
I'm pretty sure that. Wait, somebody's moving their microphone there.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. Okay. But I'm pretty sure that Anna or Bina. Actually, here's the thing. I think the stone comes to you. Mina receives a stone from Anna. Or is it an older wish?
I think Mina receives a wish from when she was 5 or 6. A kid's wish.
Right.
And it's gonna be the glitteriest of opals, probably. Something full of wonder and of whimsy that she wished when she was little.
Do you have any idea what that could be? Was it a pet? Huh.
No, I know. I know.
Go ahead.
It was a year where her... It was a year where her brother probably wasn't going to be there on her birthday or something very close. Be it because they had travel coming up or a big festivity that they somewhere in Waterdeep. So it was a wish for her to be able to have her brother there on her birthday.
Okay. I had another one, but ask me at the debrief. That one's actually much better. Okay. Yeah. And how does that? Because this is an echo of a person that you lost and that you regained. Right? With the Mina in that wish disappeared and is now reappeared, and therefore in a way is not the same person. How does that echo of a lost lifetime resonate with Mina?
He grabs the stone, has a fond smile, because it's a good memory, it's a good wish, but also there's a tear on her. There's a tear going on.
The Briganock, who was in charge of sort of retrieving these, and you can see he's wearing a bit of a more formal outfit. He goes, "These good wishes you keep, or we make them into gems, make them sparkle."
That would be very kind of you.
You would know. So here's the thing. I'm not exactly sure how to express it through the Briganock, but what you would understand is once they're made into a gem, they of course become a gem of a certain value. but they will lose that wish stone property. So in a way, it's they will lose that enchanting glow that they have about them. They will become gems, precious in a different way. But the wish in itself will be transformed. You'll have the memory of that wish, and of whatever it was, but it will lose that magical stone quality. It will also no longer be able to be used against you in the manner that I've described before. So is there anyone who would wish to have their wish transformed?
Nope.
Transform
No.
into what?
Into a gem. So
Gem.
it would go from a wish stone into a gem.
Will it stop the wish?
It will. So it will not. Actually, Ysdred, we have not discussed. We haven't come to you actually. What is it that? I'll finish this and then we'll go back to you. Basically, as it is now, the rough, uncut stone is a wish stone. It contains your wish. It also means that it has the glow. It can be certain. Basically, it illuminates. I think it gives you. I think it's 10. I think it's 10-10. So 10. The bright light over 10 feet and another dim light over another 10 feet. If you decide to cut it into a gem, it will become a gem, a gemstone. It will have its value according to the purity of the wish that it had, but it will no longer be a wish stone, so it'll lose its enchantment. However, the wish was always made, as these are but echoes of your wishes.
No. Plum
Plum is-
keeps it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's clutching that stone very close to his heart.
Ysdred,
She will turn it.
she'll have it turn.
No more scattering.
Okay. So, you had wished for true love, right? So basically for the let's see. Where did I put that? Okay. Yeah, I think the. So do you give back the? Do you give your? Who gives their stones for cutting?
And I will really think on it,
Mm-hmm.
but ultimately keep it as is.
Okay.
We'll just ask if they can mount it in a necklace so that she can wear it.
That's not really their thing.
Okay.
But I'm sure you'll be able to find. Oh, actually, no. The Chord might be able to, out of hair, may be able to braid you into some sort of necklace. Plum, rough or hewn? You
Rough.
said rough. Okay. Tavaren?
Rough. It's a wish that can't come true in its current form anymore, and maybe can in a more worked.
Yes.
But currently can't come true.
Okay. In Ysdred, rough or hewn?
Probably rough.
Rough as well? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So yes, with a sort of if you wish to have them mounted in any sort of metallic sort of it's we have a friend Emmy who does these kinds of things. You know the sort of the basket sort of type of weave around the stones. The Chords are very, very apt at this and will gladly furnish a few strands of their hairs to do so. Okay.
Like, for me.
So I will. I'll set up an item so that all of you may have that. But technically, you all have now a small stone that illuminates the dark, should you wish it. Right. On that, where do we go from here? As the Chorids are very much, you can already see that they are disassembling the stone. Actually, no, they wouldn't be. They are taking their stone figures, which were all directed towards the entrance of the cave, and they are turning them around. Right? Any Chorid that was sort of looking through trees at the gate is now looking
They're
towards
now under
the
Chorid
exit.
protection.
Exactly. Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we're gonna have to decide whether we want to go to Motherhorn with our invitation or with the secret tunnel.
I think we need to know where the secret tunnel is.
Also,
yeah, go ahead.
Plum had suggested that maybe we can knock one or more of these lightning towers down.
Start to flex his muscle.
I was going to say, before we do that, I'm curious about the Fey beacons and the guy trying to light them.
Fair.
Let us go to
But,
the three beacons then.
Yeah, sure.
And after that, Motherhorn. We'll knock on the door.
Okay.
Or punch some people, that's also the same thing.
Is everyone in agreement that the eclipse that might be problematic to Creeping Lynn is the fact that we reunited two twins?
I mean,
Yes.
considering that Creeping Lynn is basically believes that herself, as that's the reason why she separated the two.
Yeah.
Yes, that seems very, very likely.
Thank you. Just to make sure that that's considered, because otherwise we have to start looking into astrology and the next celestial event and so on, and in the Feywilds that might be complicated.
Yeah. So the Senelian twins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gleam and glister. Okay. So are we... So we're headed... So not headed back into the mine, but rather cross-country then.
Yeah, maybe. Sounds
Yeah.
interesting. Is Ysdred also okay with that?
I am on board.
So as this conversation is happening between you, your guide and his charge seem to acknowledge, what's the next step? Okay, we do this, right? Not a So Amador is sort of already sort of preparing, and you're sort of packing up, grabbing your bags and your packs. You notice that Molliver is staying very much in the arch of the Briganock mine, and sort of and does not seem to show any interest in following you.
Oh. Okay. You don't want to meet up with? Do you want us to tell you where your friend is?
Oh, I'm sure we'll be able to meet up at some point.
Bless you.
That's a D4 right there.
Thanks.
Yes. Oh, I'm sure we'll be able to meet up at some point.
If we meet them again, should we tell them where you are?
Yeah, you can certainly do that. For now, these little guys need my help, need protecting.
Do you know any of your other companions of the Feller's Call, and where they might be?
Well, last we all met, they were at Zabilna's place, but
Okay. Well, that's where we want to end up anyway, so...
Well, if you find them there, sure. Where'd you say old Elkhorn was at?
In Tither.
Tither.
It's...
Oh. Huh. I'll find out where that is.
Oh, well, yeah. It's one of the Hag's realms.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'll look into that when things
Right.
die down here a little bit.
If our plans go according to plan, we should be able to solve that little run problem. I hope rather sooner than later. Because I'm starting to want to go back home and see my family. Not that I don't like you guys, don't get me wrong. But it's been a long...
It's just been a couple days.
Ysdred, you know what I mean.
Hey, remember that time where your brother left with a bunch of adventurers into a jungle which lasted for months?
Or Heinrich.
Remember the fact that I haven't seen any of them properly since I was 7?
You are not wrong. You are not wrong. Right. Well, as Molliver sort of waves goodbye to you, the Korrid and Briganox do the same. They seem to be sort of, again, a contingent of Korrid seem to sort of move back towards the henge. Some of the Briganox stay around, but they seem to be sort of setting up a mutual protection kind of thing, where yeah, there's definitely an exchange happening there. And you take the path Amador is leading you off to. Let's see. Let's get some... Who here... Okay, Amador is in front, but who here would be first in the line? Let's get our random encounter table running here. So who wants
Plum
who
slept.
wants... Okay, Plum, roll me a D8.
Plum slept. He danced a bit. He's in a good mood. A D8, you say?
A D8.
Ooh, a 5.
Interesting. Okay. As you move throughout the crowd, shift this as there's a little bit less whimsy now and a bit more. A bit more weather. As you're moving through the crags and over the rifts under the why did you do that twice? Surprised me. You come up once again on the sort of barren not wasteland, no. These are barren mountains. Again, the most vegetation that you can see are these sort of little patches of moss in certain crevices. And once again, any sort of fauna or more visible flora sort of has a tendency of disappearing. As you walk for about maybe an hour or two, still with that feeling, still with those wishes close to your chest or in hand, sort of keeping you warm, or nostalgic, or maybe something different. You start hearing bells on the wind. Sort of just a clink, sort of a slow ringing of handbells. You can just hear them on the wind at first. But they're enough, the rhythm is enough for you to know that this is not the wind into wind chimes. These are not, they're not random enough to be wind chimes. There's someone coming. Someone's coming. So I would ask, knowing what you know, seeing what you've seen, do you wait for them as the sound seems to indicate that they are going to cross your path? Or do you want to take the opportunity of a rock or a boulder to sort of hide and let these people pass?
Plum looks to the others.
I vote for hiding.
I think it would be more reasonable.
Then hiding it will be.
Right. Well, make me a stealth check.
Come on, Anna. Come on, Mina.
Oh,
Do better.
That already right there is a nat 1 for... Okay. Well, it's a good thing the others rolled well.
It's more like he still clutches the stone in his hand, and when he's trying to hide, you see literally he's slipping out of it, and he's like, oh, and tries to take it back, and he's like, oops, and then puts it in his backpack, and he's like very sheepishly looking at the others like, sorry.
Yeah, I think Ysdred is the one to sort of maybe catch it and put it into your hand and shove you behind the boulder.
Sorry, Ysdred.
You're good.
Okay. You see a procession. As the bells get clear, you see a procession of 8 hooded goblins. Well, most of them hooded, other than some other sort of their cowls sort of onto their shoulders. They are wearing headdresses made from animal skulls, badgers, wolves, rams, but also seem to be wearing about these long cloaks a whole series of necklaces of dangling bones, whether finger bones or small animal bones, which add to the sounds of the handbells, this clinking of bone as they walk. They have this sort of with the bells that they are ringing. There seems to be this sort of slow dirge type hum, right? So it's almost not macabre, but it's sort of there's a soothing way to the but it's very much it feels like a funeral march.
Are they looking distressed, or are they looking in any way that they're actually mourning someone, or would it be more ritual?
Make me an insight check. Anybody can do this if they wish.
Yeah, because my insight is not the best.
Nice.
Oh wow. Oh, by the way, I've forgotten our rules with regards to heroic inspiration, but if you don't have it, I believe Plum and Mina, for those nat ones, you are entitled to them.
Yay!
Which, I mean, Mina, as a human, you are allowed one per day anyways, I think, after a long rest. Is that how the
Even
new
if
human
I
works?
took the
Oh, no,
variant?
you took the old human.
Yeah.
So that's no matter. Yeah, I think Tavaren and Plum. Okay, definitely Plum. Tavaren, you understand this to be ritualistic, right? This is a procession. This is not as in there is the way that they move, the way that this is something that has been. This is a ritual. This is something rehearsed. The same way Plum, you notice that this is also there is a showmanship here, which is that they are not only doing this for themselves, but they're emanating. It's it's almost like they're shouting out to the world who they are, if that makes sense. For Tavaren, this is ritualistic. There is something there. There is a use to this. Plum, you notice that they're not trying to do it in hiding. This is something that they are showing. You would feel the same way if somebody were to move about the city hawking for, sharpening knives.
So it's more like they're selling or offering a service, or
Maybe, yeah.
that's the vibe that I'm getting. It's
That is
like,
the vibe that you're getting from the way they dress, the accoutrement, the whole thing, right? If it was just ritualistic, they wouldn't necessarily need all of this. It seems a bit. It seems like they're in uniform for a job.
I look at the others, and I say, like, give a little sign, like, hey, can talk with that.
It looks like some kind of procession.
Mina, with her net one on inside, is not crying but really solemn and respectful, and goes, "But you're not going to interrupt them. They're grieving."
Looks like it, but I don't know.
Meanwhile, Plum is going towards the goblins.
Oh, Plum.
Plum is going to the goblins. It's like, oh,
The Tavaren just goes like, "Oh, okay," and then just follows.
Okay, then. All right.
So are you going down?
yes.
Mhm.
And with a very big mustachio smile, he says, "Greetings and salutations, friends."
The goblins stop in their tracks.
Heal helmets.
Sort of
And well met.
turn, and there is in sort of, again, in this sort of ritualistic, they don't seem to be afraid or surprised or expecting any um, they seem they don't seem nervous, if that makes, they've met somebody in the mountains normally. Oh, who are you? It doesn't look like they really care about who you are, or if they feel threatened in any way. They acknowledge your presence, so this sort of bow. And one of them, he's wearing the head of a ram down on the front of it, so the front of his face. So these two great ram horns, which are adorned themselves with small trinkets of a scrimshod. I guess these would be maybe small bird bones or something like that. So when he moves, they sort of clink in the wind. And he goes, "Well met, we are the Dead Ringers. At your service."
And what is the service?
We walk these paths to soothe the dead that are here in the dirt and rock.
Okay. And you ring a bell for them, or?
We ring the bell, may call the spirits, and allow them to speak their truths, the truths that keep them here.
Releasing them.
They are released by their service. Soothed that we have listened.
And what kind of payment do you accept?
Any you would provide is good. Trinkets are always welcome. As you might have heard, trinkets are always, and now that you can see, as they maybe stopped, some of them sort of opened their clothes, you can see that they are adorned with different trinkets, right? From different manners, either, sort of vials, little objects of different, either clinking metal or porcelain or such.
Plum opens his pocket and he's gonna get a bottle with glowworms that change on color with mood. And
I would think that the glowworms right now are emulating the light from your amber stone.
yes, but he goes just like, well, if it can help us, and he offers the glowworms towards the goblin that was talking.
The glowworms are accepted. They immediately move from from that amber color to a fairly bright orange, and it disappears into the cloak.
Okay.
As do you have question for the spirits?
And look at the others.
Maybe the spirits know something about the hag?
The goblins are sort of looking at you. So that was a suggestion. That's not necessarily the question. Was that what you? Is that you wish to know?
If we're gonna ask something, it has to be precise. Otherwise, we're gonna learn something
Yes.
we already know. But I don't know exactly what we would want to know.
Maybe something regarding.
Oh,
Yes.
maybe we should ask about the if the three hags have a sister.
You wanna
Like
ask
another one.
the three hags are sisters?
No.
No,
If,
the three hags are sisters.
Do
We
they
know
have a
that.
fourth
We
one?
don't know if the fourth one is also a sister. We just know that there seems to be a fourth one.
I look at the goblins, like, how many questions can we ask?
One per trinket. 3 per right.
So 3 questions.
3 questions. You've paid for 1.
So if the 3 hags have a sister, my question would be, my lost thing, where is it exactly? There would be a question that Plum would ask. But we have 1 question left. What would you like to know? We can ask where the sister is exactly of our Carmi. That's a suggestion of a question, but that's the only question I have in my head that Plum would ask. Like, hey, where is my lost thing exactly?
Yeah, and
Yeah, but like I think
who
that
is the false
the
hag?
sister thing is a bit like chances are we're going to run into her at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe to learn more about who is the false hag. Like,
Well,
know
the fourth
nothing of
sister.
her. Yeah.
Yeah, like for who fourth sister is? Is there a fourth sister of the hags? Where is my lost thing? And ask if more information, like who is the fourth hag or sister or whatever.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
I think those are good questions.
So now we need extra trinkets because that is more than 1 question.
No, if I understood well, we pay for 1 right, and for 1 right, we
No,
get
you paid for
question.
1
No,
question.
no. 1 trinket per question.
Okay.
I have a trinket that I will pay for.
Okay.
The question about it's a tiny coffin with troll ashes.
It disappears into a cloak.
I will remove it.
As you take the second one, you can see that they've now settled into a circle. All 8 of them. And is there a third trinket in question?
Would they accept a candy from the goblins
They would.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give them a candy then.
Do you still have a lot of those?
2?
Okay. Just to know if I need to keep that table handy at some point. Okay. Right. As the candy, whether lollipop or whatever, sort of again disappears into the pocket. They start ringing their bells. At first, again, it's a cacophony. of sounds as there's no apparent rhythm, and then they sort of fall into a harmony. These bells are different sizes, different pitches, but they seem to sort of form, and then there is a melody that comes in. And I think, Ysdred, you feel there's something about this that feels not necessarily familiar, but it's something along the lines of there is a summoning component to this, and I think, Tavaren, you feel this as well, right? Mm-hmm. The way that you would call to the Fae, these bells are calling out to something present, something near. After about a minute of this ringing, at the center of the circle rises in the, or agglomerates, I guess, the spectral form of a Korid. You can see that he is a bit more stooped than the ones that you've seen so far. He's missing some of his hair is in sort of, there are patches missing, but yeah, sort of stooped a bit. Some of his hair is sort of wrapped around his hand, almost to form a cane, and almost with sort of empty eyes, he opens. And what was the first question?
About the sister.
Plum's question. Okay.
The sisters?
Yeah, let's start with that.
To the fourth, the three are linked by blood, though they know it not.
Okay. So it's a sister, but they don't know it. Weird.
You asked who, right?
That was one of the questions.
So I think, okay, so I'll redo the answer. To Zybilna, the three are linked by blood, though they know it not.
So Zybilna was also a hag.
Huh.
Was, I don't know.
I'm so happy I watched that video the other day just for this answer. Anyways.
I don't know what video you mean, but
it's one that I've told you not to watch because
okay.
It had massive spoilers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The second question?
My question was,
Where's your
where
last
is
thing?
my lost thing?
When lost things will be found at the Darkling's direction. Ask, and they will show the way.
Alright.
Actually, sorry about this for the record. I'll answer. Charm knows the way.
Charm.
That was the one I was thinking about when
Yes,
the Darkling.
but there are other Darklings in this adventure, quite
I figured.
possibly, and so I just wanted to make sure that you knew which ones we were talking about.
Yeah.
Though, Plum, you get the idea that that the answer was not just about one thing. So, lost things. And the last question was?
What did we say again for the last one? Or do we want to change it now that we know about the builder?
I was focused on the sisters thing.
Yeah, but it was also related to the sister, and it was also related to the fourth one. No, you know what we have to ask. Where is the last unicorn horn? That was
Yo, that is a good question.
the key to the palace.
Good one.
Yes.
And I believe the core just looks at you with that smile and the idea that, and an expression that reads, "I've already answered that question." And then he disappears.
Huh?
My thing. Lost things will be found at Darkling's discretion, and asked from they will show the way.
Interesting. So your last thing is also the unicorn horn.
No, but they're in the same place.
No,
Oh, okay.
but
There might be.
but it's multiple things. It's multiple things. So technically, thanks to your question, we have a confirmation about where it would be, more or less.
Give me a second. Maybe I can give you another clue. This is me improvising cryptic clues, right? I'm trying to determine. So I apologize.
And we thank you for being cryptic towards us.
Who's cryptid?
Okay. With regards to the unicorn horn, the answer would be in the hand. The horn you seek is in the hands of the hiding sycophant.
Interesting.
That is super cryptic. Okay.
And as the Korid seeps back into the ground, dissipating with that enigmatic smile, shared now by a troop of goblins who have received their payment, and in a manner of clinking and ringing as they holster their belts, their holster their belts at their back, start to leave. You also notice that one of these goblins, all of a sudden, the hood and their headdress sort of cracks open as their head doubles in size, and they're sort of moving about, sort of haphazardly forward. And you just notice, Mina, the wrapping of a goblin candy thrown to the side. As we close there for tonight.
Hey.
Yes, one of the candy treats effect is your head swells to twice its normal size. Beware hats. Right. Well, Friends, you know the drill. If you are just here for the story, feel free to move on to the next episode or wait a week. If you, but if you would allow us a little bit of time, we'll be back in 30, 40 seconds to discuss, to debrief, to cool down, whatever you might call it. So, whoever you might choose, talk to you soon. And we're back. So, friends, how was tonight? We've done quite a few things. We've done Fey diplomacy. We've met another member of Valor's Call. And we've talked to the dead.
Well, someone did.
Nice.
And we danced.
Just,
And we danced. And I'm
nice.
genuinely scared of Roll20 because it had a really, really, really good night with me, and now I don't know what I'm gonna get on next time.
I mean, technically, you still had a nat 1 on insight, so.
Yeah, but one nat 1 for three nat 20s seems.
You didn't do 3 nat 20s, did you?
It's
I didn't use all of them
Ah.
because some of them were the second throw, but yeah.
It's
I have to agree. Yes, there were there was 1 nat 20, and yes, with advantage there was a total of 4 this evening. But,
Yep.
So
it's fun.
yeah, had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. I really enjoy the Fae, and yeah, that diplomacy was nice. No, but you realize there's been misinformation here.
yes.
I mean, in a way, it's misinformation, but it's always half truths, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As in, oh, the Briganock build her machines. That is true because she kidnapped one of their architects. Oh,
Yeah.
the Korrig are supplying her with hair to build her machines. Right, but because she's basically stealing the hair. So it's very much a the facts are real, the intentions are not.
Read the fine prints as usual when you're
Yeah.
in the Feywild.
I
Always.
find it also interesting because we are discovering like little chips of personality traits of each character at the same time. Also,
And
Like,
we figured out that Sibylna is related.
yeah, but they don't know.
No.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
Curious how that came about.
Well, that's the thing is she was in their there was a gallery of portraits.
Yeah, and that's the weird thing. That's why what made me go like, it seems like a family gallery.
Yeah.
And you know, the seating area in front there also had 4 chairs, and it was like,
Oh, interesting. I had not thought about the third, the 4 chairs, maybe, yeah, indeed. But maybe it's because the message would it be maybe because what they don't know is not necessarily that they're related? Or the manner in which they're related?
Okay. Interesting.
Curious what that's about.
Yeah.
Well, but that we will discover in the next episodes of Mystery and Monsters.
You'll most likely discover that, yes, much later. I think there's a reveal in Zybilna's palace. There might be.
Okay. That is good to know.
And then, most likely, in the aftermath of the campaign, there'll be... There's been a lot of speculation with regard... There's a lot of speculation about things that you don't know yet, so I'm not going to go into it more than that.
Okay. Oh, we'll see how it goes.
I am going.
Okay. Well,
Not be long.
I'm very interested in seeing how Tavaren and Mina's relationship is going to develop on the ashes of Tavaren's and Anna's relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So... Yeah, and feels like Plum and Ysdred are also getting chummy, which is good.
Yes.
Yeah. Plummy's had an opinion in the beginning of the adventure, but now it's he's warming up and
Everyone
like,
needs a friend.
You've got a friend in me.
Yeah. And we don't know... Yeah, we've met a new member of Valor's Call, but we're not too sure about them.
Was a bit of a grump.
Not a grump. Somebody...
A brooding rogue. Edgelord. That I wanted to punch in his face.
So the idea that punch in the face... If they sounded off as brooding, I interpreted that wrong. It's more assertic, as in, somebody a bit too cocky for their own health. Right?
Okay.
Oh, right. Is it very much sure that right? Yeah. I can say whatever I want. I'm gonna survive anyways. I'm gonna kick your ass, right? That a bit too sure of themselves.
Yeah.
It was very well done.
Well, apparently not, because you took him. You saw it differently. But if you had the immediate instinct to punch this person's face in, then that was the right thing to do.
Yes, I think if Plum was awake after a moment, he would be like, "Oh no! You are disrespecting my friends. I will punch you, and I'll try to break your nose, even if you're taller than."
Where are your wings, little one? You're gonna need them.
I did not hear a bell.
But that's when you've got 8 goblins.
True.
To ring the bell and then to raise them back from the dead after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dead ringers. Interesting little encounter as well.
You said ring the bell, now I've got ring the bell. Sorry. My brain has been playing me music every time someone said something tonight, so I am a little tired.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
I think unless we have something different. Yes, exactly. I see Tavaren basically signing off as well. So this is where we will leave you. It's going to be it was a short debrief tonight.
Yeah.
If you've been watching this thus far, thank you for your support. Players, thank you for your support. Thank you for playing. And we will see each other soon enough for the continuation of Lost Things as we move ever closer, ever incher to Motherhorn and the lair of the last hag. We will see you then and there.
Bye.